Tammy Slaton's niece breaks silence to defend family legacy. In the world of reality television, few journeys have been as publicly scrutinized or as physically transformative as that of Tammy Slaton. The star of TLC's 1,000-Pound Sisters has spent the better part of 6 years battling not just the numbers on the scale, but addiction, grief, and the glaring spotlight of public opinion. As of 2026, Tammy has shed over 500 pounds, celebrated an engagement, and survived health scares that would have broken a lesser spirit. However, as the Slaton family continues to film their dramatic lives for the cameras, a new voice has entered the chat, and she is fiercely protective. In a series of now viral exchanges on social media, Tammy's niece has stepped up to defend the reality star against online critics, labeling her not just a survivor, but beautiful and smart. The weight of public opinion. The latest wave of defense comes amid a particularly turbulent season for the Slaton clan. While Season 8 showcased the highest of highs, specifically the emotional reconciliation between Tammy and her sister Amy at Amy's wedding, the behind-the-scenes reality has been fraught with tension. Earlier this year, Tammy was open about a terrifying struggle with her mental health. Viewers watched as she suffered from manic depression and mood swings so severe she described them as blacking out. The cause was later revealed to be a terrifying medical oversight. Her medications, prescribed when she weighed over 700 pounds, had become toxic to her drastically smaller body. It just kind of put me in a manic depression state and was making me have a mental breakdown, Tammy explained. Despite this medical revelation, the court of public opinion was harsh. Social media commenters often mistake the side effects of mental health episodes for personality flaws. It was into this toxic environment that Tammy's niece, the daughter of one of her siblings, decided to wade in. A family's unwavering shield. The niece, whose social media presence has grown alongside the show's popularity, reportedly responded to a commenter who made disparaging remarks about Tammy's intelligence or past behavior. The retort was swift and categorical. Tammy is beautiful and smart. While the specific screenshot making the rounds on fan forums lacks a timestamp from a major outlet, the sentiment fits a growing narrative inside the Slaton household: unity. This defense is significant because it signals a shift. For years, the 1,000-Pound Sisters narrative was dominated by the friction between Tammy and her older siblings, Amanda and Misty. However, the younger generation, the nieces and nephews who have watched their aunt nearly die, seems to be adopting a different perspective. They see the woman who is volunteering at animal shelters for the first time in her life, who managed to secure a real job despite a lifetime of disability, and who walked down the aisle at her sister's wedding in heels despite her physical pain. More than just a number. To call Tammy Slaton smart in the face of her critics is to acknowledge a specific type of resilience. This is a woman who learned to navigate the complex American healthcare system to qualify for bariatric surgery, who taught herself to cook a completely new diet from scratch, and who, despite a medication mix-up that induced psychosis, recognized the symptoms and sought therapy. Smart doesn't always mean academic. In Tammy's case, it means survival intelligence. The defense from the younger family member also highlights the generational trauma the Slatons are actively trying to break. During the reconciliation with Amy, Tammy noted, showing love and affection, saying, "I'm sorry, it's not really something we grew up with." For the niece to publicly praise Tammy is to actively practice the affection that the sisters claim was missing in their Kentucky upbringing. As of late March 2026, Tammy continues to navigate her new reality. She has spoken about wanting to leave Kentucky to escape the family drama, but heartbreaking news regarding a beloved cousin has reportedly kept her anchored to her roots. The defense offered by her niece serves as a reminder that the story of 1,000-Pound Sisters is not just a cautionary tale about obesity, but a study in complex love. For every moment of anger caught on camera, there is a family member offline who sees the full picture. In the eyes of this young defender, Tammy is not the cautionary tale the tabloids often paint. She is the aunt who is finally winning. As the Slaton family continues to film, one thing is clear. Attacking Tammy means dealing with the next generation of Slatons, who are ready to remind the world that recovery is beautiful and that surviving your darkest days is the smartest thing a person can do.